Yo, what is up? This is Grizzly Bear, the Never Ending, and I'm like, I wanted to do of a review of a movie, and I really feel like I'm experienced enough to say that this movie has impacted me so much, and just I really enjoyed this movie. So I'm gonna do a review on the movie Ghost World. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the movie, starting Thora Birch and Scarlett Johansson. Okay, so when I saw this movie back in 2004, 2005, I right away fell in love with the story. I was like, wow, this is a really good movie. Thora Birch is about this. I guess she's considered outcast by the world. Everybody is just don't get her. She's such an intellectual person. Everybody that knows her don't get her. She's just trying to see why she's in this earth. Like, she wants to know what's her purpose. She doesn't have a plan on her future. She just pretty much she pretty much is just plans her days day by day. When I watch this movie, it's a really great movie. I have not read the comic. I have searched for it. But yes, so if you guys know where they sell the Ghost World comic book, please share the link. I would be so happy. When I watched this movie, I saw someone I could relate to. I relate to her because I always been such an outcast, and as growing up as a teenager in high school, not fitting in. Everybody thought you were one strange teenager. They didn't get you. They thought you were weird all the time. So, it's a good movie to watch, and it has a message there. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this movie, please click away from this video. I do not want to spoil this movie review. So in the movie Ghost World, this movie is very the movie, how can I say this? Okay, so Ghost World is a really good movie. She's trying to find herself from what is her purpose of being in this world. She's trying to find a plan, but she really don't have plans. Her life is just she takes it as day by day. She doesn't really want to grow up. She's scared of growing up. She's scared of the future. She's scared of what can happen. She's unsure of what she really wants. That's what my review is. You could say you disagree, that's fine, but this is my output. I see her as someone who is unsure, who doesn't know what she wants, who's struggling to move in the business world. She feels this is not for me. I want to find something else, but she doesn't know it yet. She realizes towards the ending of the movie, she realizes how she is not fitting in this world. She wants to have a fresh new start and just say, you know what? I'm going to get away from this world, from this town, because this is not for me. And she pretty much just wants to get away, kind of like an escape but to find herself what she wants. She, in the ending towards the movie, like when you see the movie, you see her always changing the way she dresses, and this is just why Enid is so unique. Why a lot of people don't get her. They find her different, and they can't really understand Enid. And when you see that the friend, what was her name? Forgot her name. Scarlett Johansson. I'm sorry, you guys. Because I'm really focused on the character Enid. So, okay, so don't judge me. Scarlett is like all ready to be successful. She has a fresh a fresh new job. She's looking for a place on her own. She's ready to move and be a better person, and she's ready to grow up, ready to be on her own. She doesn't want to be over her parents' roof anymore. She's ready to do that, and that's what Enid is scared. She's scared of change. She's scared to be like, this is it. I need to grow up. And she's scared to be one of those persons that is all they do is work, 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 and they're unhappy with their life. And when you see Enid with Seymour, you see her just, she has a strong chemistry connection with Seymour because she feels she can relate with him. He's like an idol to her, like a mentor. She likes the way he is because he's eccentric, he's unique, and that's what she loves about Seymour, that he just doesn't give a fuck what people say. Excuse the language. And she really likes that about that. But when she opens her eyes, like later on, like, oh shoot, like, I need to change myself, because if not, I'm gonna I'm always gonna be stuck in this world that I don't want to become. So she's like trying her best to find herself, and she's just struggling. She doesn't want to be with her friend anymore because she feels that's not what she is about. That's not who she wants to be. She wants to be she wants to change on her own and go on her own path, go probably in a road trip, I don't know. In the ending of the story, spoiler alert, you see her go in a bus, right? When I saw excuse me, when I saw this movie, I really got confused because you see her going in the bus, and and I thought, dude, where is she? Like, so that means she was a ghost all this time? But this is what I think, the metaphor of it. I think that she felt a ghost in society, like she never existed. No one from her classmates ever paid attention to her. They always paid attention to her best friend. Was it Becky? Well, Scarlett Johansson, because she was like very, like, her personality is very like out there, and Enid's personality is very like, I guess to some people they find it like depressing, so they didn't really, her aura was always like down, like, oh, like no one wants me type of thing, so that's why a lot of people would always go to her best friend, because she's always happy and she's always like ready to try new things, and Enid was always down, and that's why she felt always everybody liked her best friend instead of her. And when she goes to the bus, she's going to the bus to change her life, and she feels that staying in the same city that she lives at, she feels that if she doesn't leave out of town, everything's gonna be always the same. And it doesn't necessarily mean that she's leaving, like actually leaving. She's actually like changing the way things are. And if she doesn't do anything about it, she's going to be miserable with her life. And she's just trying to do that. And that's what I think. Like she feels like she's a ghost in because a lot of people think, oh, all this time she was a ghost. But no, she was a ghost of society. No one understood. No one like ever paid attention to Enid because she was always different for them. They thought she was weird, and that's why people didn't really like acknowledge her. She's very she's someone I could relate to, because I always felt I was ghost of society, someone that wasn't really like no one ever noticed, so I can relate. I understand what she was going through. She was going through a lot of pain, and she felt, what, this is not for me. I want to change this about me, and I know I will do better if I leave this world. And because she was like, she goes on the bus and she leaves out of there, but it's not like, it's a metaphor. She's not, a lot of people thought also that she died, she killed herself. So because all this time, that bus, it says not in service. I don't know if you noticed that. It says not in service, but it's not necessarily, it's just a metaphor. It's kind of like saying, let me give you guys an example, like she is trying to get herself out of that place. Like it's not saying like she's really traveling anywhere. It's just saying she wants to leave out of the same routine and the same things, like everyday 9-to-5 jobs. And you can tell in the story, like she's like, when she's talking to her friend, she begs her friend that she wants to move in with her, but she realizes when she's cleaning she's putting her stuff in her boxes, she's realizing, this is not for me. Why do I need to leave to my friend? I'm not going to be happy. She's not going to be happy. So that's when she says in a line to Seymour, don't you ever wish you can just pack your stuff and leave? Like, not tell nobody in the world. You don't tell your family, you don't tell nobody. You just leave and you just go on a trip. Like you don't know where you're going. You're just gonna, when you get there, you'll know when you get there. So that's what the whole story, like, she's just everything just seems the same to her. She doesn't feel happy being at that city where she lives with. She's unhappy with her dad and the dad's future fiance, because they're gonna get married. So that's what happens. Like, in my review, I thought this movie was it's a really good story. You just have to pay attention to everything, like the beginning of the story. You see how she's like how it starts off, like she's always trying to fight with people and stuff like that. Um, she's fighting with her friend, stuff like that. So, but yeah, like it's a really good movie. You guys should check it out. If I would say someone who's has a mature mentality, like I want to say like 21, 22, watch the movie, because if you watch it and you're a teenager, you're not going to get the message on this movie. This movie, you have to be really paying attention to everything she does, because if you don't, then everything's just gonna like not make sense. Like when I watched this movie when I was a teen, I didn't get it, the message, but I got the message later in life. I had to like rewatch it. I'm like, so all this time she was dead? All this time? I didn't get it. That's why you have to pay attention. You have to be mature, and you should see what they, what their what the message is on this movie. So what's it called? So thank you for watching this Ghost World movie review. I hope you enjoy my critique, and if you have any movies or any different review on Ghost World, please share your link on my comment section. I would like to hear what you have to say, your input. So thanks a lot, and peace and love. This is Grizzly, the never ending.